Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking mogul making Mel, aka money making Mel, aka Melody Shree Rogers, and there was a conversation I wanted to have with y'all that I feel like is getting lost in all this. I feel like, again, it needs to be amplified, the ABUSE, and a lot of the things that are being hidden, right? In this video, I want to discuss the O Network and Carlos King and Kingdom Reign and everything else, because I need to understand how Martell over the years has been allowed to have several different types of outbursts, whether it was towards Mel, her glam team, her family, whomever, and no consequences. But then I had to look at the bigger picture. This is the same network that allowed Tim Norman from Sweetie Pies to run amok, to create all types of havoc, to talk crazy to his ex, to his baby mama, all while running his own schemes and alleged unalive plots, you guys. And it wasn't until, so some time later and everything else, it's like all this stuff comes out about him being arrested, about him being in jail and everything else. And it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But they continue to turn a blind eye to everything and try to milk as much as they could until they could not milk any more out of that show. And it's like we've already had so many unfortunate things happen as a result of this show, that you would think that there would be any type of proactiveness to create a healthy work environment and not a toxic work environment. To wait until Mel leaves the show to start complaining about Martell. But before that, as long as Mel was on the show, Martell was a good man. Martell is telling the truth about Mel. Martell's not the issue, it's Mel. Because none of y'all were getting the blowback. None of y'all were getting hit. But now that y'all are getting hit, now it's like, oh, we should have Mel back on the show. I'll be on her side. No. You'll be on her side finally against Martell. You'll be finally on her side against the concubine that any other time y'all were hyping up, threatening to expose her identity, threatening to release pictures of her. That same side? No. But we have an example, you guys, of Mel at the Reality with the King live show last year, right? Last January, right? Where she's emotional. The part that Carlos King edited out of the episode and edited out of his own YouTube show. That one. Where she's emotional. She's trying to express all of the things Martell has done behind the scenes. And it got to a point where she thought Carlos King didn't know. And that Carlos King was unaware, and that Carlos King didn't give a bleep. Your first instincts were correct, Mel. Because instead of Carlos King taking this serious moment to have an administrative decision to say, you know what, we should not have Martell a part of the show anymore. It's gotten too toxic with the Revenge P, with the ABUSE, with him attacking people on set. We need to stop this, right? Hitting Mel, throwing pillows at Mel, showing up to set with a pow pow. We need to stop all of this. Somebody potentially could be hurt or worse. Mel even echoing and the audience agreeing Martell should be fired. Martell should not have anything further to do with this show. What does Carlos King do in that moment? Because anytime Carlos King is uncomfortable or Carlos King, there's a reaction that people have that is the opposite reaction that he wants to have, he pivots and absolves himself of any accountability or responsibility. Oh, I wasn't as involved before. I wasn't as involved. I taken a step back. The same person who's doing all the press now to try to get people to watch the show has allegedly taken a step back. Oh, okay. And then brings out Moses and Sonny, you guys, as a total deflection, as a total distraction, as a total redirect. And you know what Carlos King does? Because obviously Carlos King, him and Mel, no, you're not on the same page anymore, right? So then you decide as well, I'm going to make this season all about, how toxic Mel's fans are and the Melimeters are and how they're the cause of all these problems on the show, right? And then we're going to kick it up a notch. And when the cast starts filming more with Mel, we're going to keep bringing up Martell. We're going to bring up Martell and his concubine. We're just going to bring up old stuff to try to trigger and provoke Mel, you guys. And then the climax of it all is the reunion where things go completely off the rails with the GROOIMG allegations, Nell trying to make Mel responsible for what happened to her mom and because of her problems with Martell, and just the disgusting limo stuff that was out there that really we didn't get confirmation as far as if this did or didn't even happen, or if people are just talking out the side of their neck when they're pissed at Mel. Like it was just a whole thing. And it's like, when was it going to stop? It was never going to stop. But everybody in that cast knew about the Revenge P. Everybody knew about the lies that Martell was putting out there. And if they were not on good terms with Mel, they didn't care. And even if they were on good terms with Mel, they didn't care because they weren't the ones getting hit. And I just need to understand this mentality, you guys. I need to understand this mentality. That if there is something harmful out there about somebody that you know, whether you're still friends with them or not, wouldn't you pick up the phone to call them to let them know? If there's false narratives being out there that is so ridiculous, that is so outlandish and outrageous, wouldn't you shut it down? Listen, I understand we're not cool. We're not cool like that, but I'm going to need to shut you down. This isn't true. How is it, as small as Huntsville seems, nobody has been able to spot Mel cheating on Martell? Make it make sense! Where is the receipts? Martell's the receipt? Okay. And even when Mel posts receipts, now that's a problem too. Oh, she provoked him. She was trying to go back and forth with him. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, y'all are nonstop. Y'all are nonstop, and that's why I said y'all do not believe victims. And that's why victims are afraid to speak up and speak out, because y'all always want to spin it. If you don't like the person or you want to support the male in the situation, you ignore the signs. ABUSE of any kind is not okay, you guys. And Mel he's experienced financial ABUSE, physical ABUSE, social media ABUSE, emotional ABUSE, and crickets. crickets or people trying to denounce it. All because of your personal hatred of somebody that you don't even know. Make it make sense, you guys. You don't know this woman, yet you don't believe anything she says. But what is it going to take for you to believe her? This isn't a storyline. This isn't fake news. This isn't something for the show. She left the show in January. She announced, well, technically she left, the reunion was her finale after all that shenanigans, but she formally announced in January that this was it. So what is she gaining by doing this, right? For the conspiracy theorists. Literally, the court date just happened. So why can't she come out and give her side of the story? Like, I just want people to use our brain cells, but again, the workplace being informed of all these incidents and doing absolutely nothing is deplorable and disgusting and disturbing, you guys. And like I said, how Carlos King moves is if he likes you, he doesn't care what you do or don't do. He's going to do everything in his power to protect you and keep you a part of the show. I've never seen anything like this, where an ex like Martell is able to still roam free and be a part of the show and cause all of this havoc and terrorize his ex-wife. 5 years plus divorced. Make it make sense. So that's it. That's all. Es todos es final. It is over for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.